95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin on a Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Deb, feeling better?
Yeah.
I'm about 80%.
I hear you.
Okay. Oh, great. You're only 80% too?
No, I'm most of the time. But,
okay.
No, when I had this, it took a lot longer to get over the little bug. I don't know if it's the same thing you got or not.
I
but
think you had influenza. I really do.
Do you?
Yes.
But it just took, for usually you get a flu, if you get the liquids in you, get some rest, you get over it pretty quick.
Deb never had a fever.
No,
so,
okay.
So that's why she's here. She's still not feeling good, but no fever. So she's following protocol, which
Good.
we appreciate.
And
Unlike you, who came into work one day last week, still with a fever.
Well,
Just
I think
brief,
that
and we
the
sent
fever
you
thing's
home.
weird. It'll break. You think you're done, and then it would come back.
That's exactly right. And they say the best medicine for man is Deb and Kevin.
Yep. I think so. That's why she's here.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Friday. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. It's also National DJ Day.
Don't we have a lot of these
I
days?
thought there was another one, too, right around now.
I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. I'm not complaining. I mean, hey.
I never get anything for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's like,
fine.
hey,
I
here's a
think-
card. It's National DJ Day.
I think what it is that only DJs talk about it. They put these little factoids out there, and
Right.
a DJ will talk about this. So that's
Sure.
why we're doing it National DJ.
And we did it. We fell right into the...
Yeah, we sure did.
the channel.
Who's instrumental in getting you into broadcasting?
Instrumental?
Yeah, who
I
kind of encouraged you? Who was your somebody you looked up to? Maybe was there anybody?
Well, I wanted to be a television news anchor. Remember, all through college.
Oh, so you're a failure.
No. Oh my
I
gosh!
just meant so you didn't.
So I love Deborah Norville. I loved her.
Okay.
I still love her. But
I was
wanted
thinking someone locally.
No. I wanted to do TV, and then I started out at Butler undecided, and I didn't even want to go to college, and I was told I didn't have a choice. And then my parents told me I never stopped talking. And actually, the only reason I'm in radio is because
The only reason.
well, I mean,
here it comes.
Well, you love
they
this, don't
offered.
you?
I love my job. It's actually turned out really great.
Only
But
reason
let me
I'm in radio is.
Can I?
Let's hear it.
They offered me the first internship out of college.
Yeah. It's always been a dream
And
of mine.
I never left it. I never made it over to TV. And then, you know what? The dream was I wanted to work with Jim and Kevin.
There you
That
go.
was it.
Wow.
That's what you were looking
Only
for.
took her
Oh,
2 minutes to
wait.
get to
Sorry.
where we were going.
Gosh, I didn't know we were patting ourselves on the back.
You, Kevin.
All right, what about
who's
you, Kev?
yours?
And I mentioned this before, Mr. Renshaw, Tim Renshaw. He was
that's
my
right.
high
Yes.
school.
He was your mentor.
He's my high school radio teacher, and I remember going to see him when he was on the air in a Greenfield radio station. I was pretty young, and I thought, wait a minute, you can get a job doing this?
I know.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Right.
We love it.
Yeah. What about you, Jimmy?
I wanted to be a television woman anchor.
You love Deborah Norville.
Cowboy.
Nicely done.
Cowboy.
Jim, Deb, and Kevin on a Friday morning. How about good news?
That's one of those songs, by the way, you have to sing. I mean, you just got to sing
And I
along
think
with
you
it.
also have to do like the giddy up thing with your,
Oh, I didn't do that.
like you're lassoing something.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a requirement.
Try
Here's
that
some good
next
news for you. A 67-year-old guy in Michigan is happy about not being. I'm sorry. Let me start this whole thing again.
Please do. I'm confused.
I'm out of breath from dancing. A 67-year-old guy in Michigan is happy about being more forgetful in his older age. Last month, he couldn't remember if he bought a lottery ticket or not. So he went
bless
a
his
second
heart.
time and bought a set of numbers that he always plays. And both hit for $110,000. So he
What?
won $220,000.
Whoa.
See, that didn't work out for me in milk.
No. Yeah, you're right. I
No,
just saw
no.
that.
Wow.
The guy went to McDonald's drive-thru to get a McMuffin, and then he looked in the bag and found $5,000 cash inside that was obviously supposed to
Wow.
go to the
That
bank.
must have been a happy
Why are they
meal.
putting it in a? Yeah, really. Why are they putting it in a
Yeah, a paper
bag?
bag like that. Yeah.
Instead of keeping it, though, of course, he turned around and gave it back to them. They ended up giving him a $200 reward and free McDonald's for a month.
Wow.
So it was from the restaurant.
Yeah, it was from the
Supposed
restaurant.
to
It's
go
like-
to
to the
a night
bank.
deposit or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
And a 23-year-old rescue Chihuahua mix from Ohio is the oldest living dog in the world.
That's a looker.
Really?
Spike starts his morning off each
no.
day around 7 a.m., hangs out with the other animals on the farm. He likes to ride in pickup trucks and on tractors. His owner says it's a good day for Spike if he gets to chase a cat or two.
How old is
Kind of sounds like your old dog Sadie,
Oh,
Jim,
that's
that
true,
Used to
yeah.
hang out at your
Right.
your in-laws' farm.
How old is he?
He's 23 years old, the oldest living dog in America.
He actually
in the
doesn't.
world.
I just looked him up. He doesn't look that bad.
No,
He's
no.
actually got. Maybe went to Glamour Shots or something.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Maybe that's
good
it.
Farm living is good for him. Yeah, Sadie, your dog though,
Yeah,
she loved that farm.
She loved going to the farm, but the farm didn't like her. She always got in trouble. There's something
her
that's
out.
attack her or
Just like her
whatever.
dad.
Yep.
WFMS, good morning. It's great to have you along with us here, Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
If you recall, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about cheese can give you a nightmare. And they said the cheeses that are more likely to give you a nightmare is if you eat brie or mozzarella before going to bed.
Okay, right.
You could have a nightmare.
What?
Well, they wanted to do a little more in-depth study, and so they're looking for volunteers that will be willing to eat cheese every night for 3 months. You eat cheese every night for 3 months, and then they'll pay you $1,000. But then you keep track of your
a one-time
nightmares.
fee? $1,000?
Yeah, but then you'll keep track of your nightmares then.
I do like some brie cheese.
I like cheese.
I've had that a couple times in the last week.
Yeah. Well, again, you'll be eating all variety of cheeses.
So they can kind of gauge what it is. Huh.
Are they going to supply the gas pills?
Didn't say that. So you'd be in favor of it. You'd do it. You'd eat,
I feel like I think $1,000 is a little low.
For 3 months?
3 months?
Yeah, I think it should be.
Yeah.
You think it's fair?
No, $1,000 a month, I think.
$1,000 a
Let's
month,
go there.
yeah.
All right, I'll get a
free
hold of
cheese.
people
We'll
and tell
pitch
them,
them that.
tell them you won't do it for...
Jim and I will split it at $1,500
Right.
apiece.
But
Then you're two people.
I like cheese, and I like just about all cheese. Some of them are a little strong.
I think it's weird that they think cheese causes... Now,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
I
dairy.
eat mozzarella probably at night if I eat some pizza
Yeah, you
before
like
going to
that
bed.
string cheese, don't you?
But I don't really eat it at night and think that would be causing a
Right.
nightmare. But they want to do a study and see if that's really true.
I'm in.
You're in for the money. That's all. And the free cheese.
And the free
Well,
cheese.
but
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want the cheese?
Right.
My brother-in-law doesn't like cheese.
Really.
None?
And if you're lactose intolerant, maybe you couldn't have the
Did you
cheese.
say lactose?
Lactose intolerant.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe not. I don't know.
So,
I have a friend in college who was, but she would she refused to not be able to indulge. So we'd go
Right.
get ice cream, and she would just take her
pill
lactose
there.
intolerant pills.
Lactose. Lactose.
Kevin, you in on that? It's $1,000.
Kevin's like, seriously, is it even a
I've
question?
already signed up. What are you talking
That's where
about?
He's eating it right now.
Right.
I'm case study number 4.
Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. And it's a Friday.
Oh, here we go.
Time to gather around the radio and let's kick off the weekend with the Friday song and get her underway.
Do it. I'm ready.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, yes, it's true. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday for me and you. Well, Deb's been on a diet. She plans on no mistake. She's cut back on all the food except for carrot cake.
That's a staple.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, yes, it's true. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday for me and you. Well, the keys were lost in the trash.
Couldn't find them.
Digging through wasn't heaven.
Nope.
Well, this time it wasn't Deb. Yeah, this time it was Kevin.
It was me.
Yes.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, yes, it's true. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday for me and you. Well, it's time to clean the basement. That's what my wife did say. I said, there's a lot of football on both Saturday and Sunday.
Get to work.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, yes, it's true. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday for me and you. Love Friday. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin on a Friday, and nothing says Friday like a bad joke worth repeating from Kevin.
All right, here we go. George Clooney, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Matthew McConaughey got together to make a movie.
Okay.
Clooney said, I'll direct. DiCaprio said, I'll produce. And Matthew McConaughey said, all right, all right, all right.
Oh, jeez.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your Nash News now, and who knew Lauren, Elena, and Deb had so much in common.
Yeah, we'll get to the details on that coming up in about 30 seconds. We just heard from Morgan Wallen. He teased a new song coming out on social media yesterday. It's called I Wrote the Book. So stay tuned for more new music from Morgan Wallen. Shania Twain loves sharing her stories and work experiences with the younger audiences and artists. She says it makes her feel like an aunt. And she likes to share that with
That's sweet.
with the younger
Auntie Shania.
Auntie Shania. I like that. So Laura Elena shared a video of a recent wardrobe malfunction that she had on stage while she was performing in her Road Less Traveled tour. There's a cameraman on stage taking kind of background shots, so he's got his back to her. He's shooting out towards the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
She turns around, walks up to the camera, so now she's facing the camera. Her back is to the audience, and she leans into the camera and says, my pants just came unzipped.
Oh, no.
And then she zips her pants up in front of the cameraman and goes back out and sings.
I love it.
The crowd never knew. Only the
never
folks in the
knew, but
camera.
then now it's being released on social media, so now you do
right.
see it. So, and of course, Deb has been known to have that experience, that wardrobe malfunction happening
It happens.
a few times.
Right.
Yeah.
95.5 WFMS, Jim, Deb, and Kevin on this Friday morning. I saw this on the news the other day. What are you doing? I've got to. Is your mic on?
No.
It's maybe I got the teeth pulled. My gum slips down into it now. But anyway,
Are you talking to us?
yeah, he asked me what I was
Do
doing.
you know we're on the air?
Yeah, I saw this on the news the other day,
Was
and I
that
thought it was
supposed to be out loud?
fascinating.
Okay.
Gen Zers are ditching smartphones and replacing them with flip phones.
Yeah, Jim told me this yesterday as we were
Well,
leaving, and I said,
why?
"Oh, Jim, that's not
You
true."
know how hard it is to get on the internet on a flip phone?
That's the point.
That's why. I went back and
Oh,
looked it
come
up,
on.
and Today's Show did a segment on it.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are dropping their smartphones and picking up the old-fashioned, it looks like Grandpa's flip phone.
Yeah.
But they take the time and they bedazzle
Sure
it. But
they
they're
are.
loving
But it's
this.
not as effective.
They said, they interviewed one girl, and she said, I love the fact that now they still have their smartphone. But she said, if I go places with my friends, I'm in the moment with them, not
That's
with
right.
my phone. And
Yeah.
she said, it forces me to experience, whatever they're doing firsthand versus living it through the phone. And she said, we love it. Now, it could be a trend that doesn't last, but they said cell phones or flip phones sales are way up. They said that some of the phones, you still have to do the AAA.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
One, two, three.
Texting.
So you're-
Other programs have it where you still could text. You
Okay.
but it's the old-fashioned flip phone that we used to have years and years
I
ago
would love
are
it
back in style.
if it did stick around. I do think that, there are kids who, they call them their streaks. So if they have social media and they, on certain platforms, they have certain streaks that go, let's say I've had a streak with Jen for 30 days or 3 months.
Yeah.
And if the streak ends, it seems like it's the end of the world. And they feel a sense of almost obligation to post every day and to
Sure.
message
Oh,
somebody.
yeah.
And it's just, I think it takes over their lives.
Well, Gen Zers are feeling the pressure
Yeah.
from that, and for that reason, they're saying, "I'm going to ditch the smartphone and go with Grandma's flip phone."
They said it's less stressful.
Yeah.
Even though because you want to constantly look down at it, constantly look down.
Well, it
You see
forces
people-
you to actually interact with
Now-
people.
Right.
There is, I think it's the Razor is back, the flip phone, and
was
it's like
thin one.
It's like $1,000 because it's got everything. It's basically a smartphone that flips.
Oh.
This is not that.
No,
this
no,
is
no.
the old-fashioned looking one. That now the article or the story did say that the kids do take the time to put stickers on it and they
Sure, make it
bedazzle
kind
it
of
in
fun.
some way.
My father-in-law has the flip phone.
Really?
Yeah, my dad does. Yeah.
It's just for my mom would like to get rid of her smartphone and
Yeah.
go back to the flip phone.
Didn't Andrew Luck say he uses a flip phone?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
did.
for
I don't know
many
if he
many
still
years
does, yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So not a bad idea, and I'm glad
No.
to see these kids are thinking about that too.
Now,
So
would
when-
you do it?
You know what? There are things we have to do for work that require us to have a smartphone. Oh, that sounds like, yeah, sure, right. But there really is. But if there was a way I could find a way to do the stuff I have to do using my smartphone, I would go back to the flip phone.
Yeah, just where
In a heartbeat.
you can text and call.
I like the size of it, number one. Number two, it's just, text or call me. There you go. We're done. They showed the kids taking pictures of it. Remember the old, you flipped it open and then you would take
took a picture. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was not great quality
It was,
either.
you'd face it the other direction because it didn't have a
wow.
front-facing camera.
Right.
But yeah, they love it. So
I'd
Gen
rather have a
Zers-
phone that you could only text. Like, don't call me. And people call
Well,
sometimes in
I think
the
it's
middle.
called email.
Well, sometimes they call, you're in the middle of something, but you don't feel right saying you're in the middle of something. So,
Right. So that's
so
called voicemail.
Yeah.
Let's shift right on over to
I
there.
need a beeper.
Yeah, they got those too, I'm sure.
95.5 WFMS Friday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. We thank you so much for making us part of your morning. Adults, us, keep an average of 20 toys from their childhood. Did you know that?
Yeah, I don't have 20, but I've got some old Tonka trucks and
You
Lincoln
do?
Logs and,
Really?
maybe some puzzles or something from my childhood.
I have my old ceramic tea set. My
Oh,
mom
that might be worth some money.
specifically gave it to me when I moved into my second home out
Yeah.
of the house.
Trying
And
to
she-
clear things out.
Well, she was like, I found this, and you should keep it. And if you ever
Yeah.
have daughters, I never did have daughters, but I love seeing it.
Well, that's true.
And
Yeah,
I have
right.
a Cabbage Patch Cabbage Patch doll. I
You
love
do?
the. Remember they smelled like baby powder. Their yarn hair would smell like baby powder. So I still have that.
Well, we put that on our Facebook page, and Brandy is right with you, Deb. She said, I'm an 80s kid. I still have my Barbies and Cabbage Patch dolls and Rainbow Bright.
Oh, I loved Rainbow
Rainbow
Bright.
Bright.
I miss my Easy Bake Oven. I wish I still had that.
Oh, wow. Wow.
They still make it, actually. I can go buy one.
Yeah, they do. You're right. You could.
But then I need to, like, those cakes are so small, I need to make 12.
Denise also has Cabbage Patch must have been really popular.
It was.
She also has her Cabbage Patch dolls. Cynthia says, I'm pretty sure I didn't even have 20 toys to begin with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, Jim, you mentioned that you didn't, because you guys moved a lot.
I don't have anything that's left from my childhood there. Yeah,
You
we
moved
moved so much, so
Yeah.
it eventually get lost or just move on. So I have stuff from my daughter Taylor that I've kept, and my son Corbin that I've kind of kept. It
right.
I'd give it to. I don't know if they want it. The deal.
Well, sure they would.
Sure. So?
Michelle says she still has 300 stuffed Tiggers. 300.
Oh, my.
Wow.
That's like a room for just the Tiggers. And then Haley says, I have one daughter. She has my toy that was passed down to me from my mom now. It's a great big stuffed animal gorilla that you can stick your hand in his back and you make his head move up and down.
Oh, wow. That's kind of scary.
It's been staying in the family.
Yvette says she's got her Hot Wheels. Those are one of the Hot Wheels, and you said Matchbox, Jim. You used to get those.
Yeah.
Melanie says, I still have my 8-ball. Remember those?
Oh, yeah. Get your
I used to love
future-
those.
Yeah.
They're very accurate, too.
Even comic books. So anyway, yeah, a lot of folks. Roller skates, Monica. A lot of folks have stuff.
Marianne says, I have just memories. She says, I came from a poor family of 14, and we shared a lot of toys and games. She says, I do remember one thing the most, and that was my Easy Bake Oven. I baked my first cake in it with the mix that came with it. It was chocolate.
You know, they still make those.
They do.
Yeah, we should get
Get
one here
one.
for the studio, and you could make us like... I'm sorry, we could make, not you would make it
I could
for
make
us.
them. I can make you stuff.
It came across
Boy,
the
that
wrong
sounds
way. I mean,
exciting.
we could make a pie or a cake as the show goes on.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you make that, Deb?
Yeah, I'll get right on it.
Right on that one, too.
Just like childhood.
Actually, because I had two sisters. My older sister bossed me around. She'd say, let's play store. And we need to clean the store up because it's about to close. And it would be in her bedroom. And I did it
She's
like
brilliant.
a moron.
She's
She
brilliant.
would get me to work for her.
Deb's got your daily dirt. This artist is performing for 1 hour.
1 hour, probably the shortest concert I've ever heard of. And we'll share who it is and what's going on there in about 30 seconds. But first, Pete Davidson and Snoop Dogg were named the NFL's Pro Bowl captains.
Oh, really?
They say it's unclear what they'll be doing.
Well,
but
good point.
I have a feeling I know what one of them's going to be doing. Snoop Dogg.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, he makes no bones about it. He doesn't hide it. Sad news. Did you hear David Crosby, a founding member of both the Byrds and Crosby, Stills, and Nash, died yesterday after a long illness?
Yeah, I used to love CSNY. They were
Yeah,
great.
he was 81 years old. He is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with both bands. What an accomplishment. Not just one, but two bands. So it's Beyonce that is going to be performing for 1 hour this weekend, just 1 hour, in Dubai. And she's going to be paid $24 million for that 1 hour show in Dubai. It's an invite-only show at a resort there, and she is going to be on stage for 60 minutes.
There's too much money in that city.
I mean, can you
really.
imagine, though, just knowing? I mean, yeah, you have the long flight and all of that, but it's
Private.
so worth it. 24 mil you perform for 1 hour. I mean, I don't know, maybe you got 8 to 10 songs, and you're done. You walk home and go to bed and... Not walk home. I mean, you walk off the stage. You fly home.
Right. She's saving money.
Got a hitchhike.
Right.
She is going to be thin by the time she
It'd
gets
be trouble
there.
when she gets to the ocean. Where do you walk then?
She's going to walk and swim. She left 2 years ago.
Congrats to Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Proud to be part of your morning routine. And now 2022 CMA Award winners.
It brightens my day.
95.5 WFMS.